Fun, fun. Musitech. I'm here at the fabulous Mojo Studios. Mojo's Musitech Studios. Here in the beautiful city of St. Petersburg, Florida. Where? I know. Don't worry about it. So, we were talking about a law in a state where they are actually making it that the state municipalities have and state city police departments have to comply with ICE. Not really comply. They have to cooperate. So, if you arrest someone whom is they already have outstanding as being illegal, they need to be deported, they shouldn't be here, then you have the ability to contact ICE and then hold them for an additional 48 hours so the federal government, if they want them, has a chance to come and get them. Doesn't seem too complicated to me. This law also allows for the governor or the state attorney general to take action, legal action, against any officials who don't comply with the law. Ho, ho, ho! That's the one that's going to set some people off, my friends. That's the issue in this country right now, isn't it? Excuse me. We've just passed a law saying that you have to obey the current law because you're already supposed to comply with ICE. You're already supposed to cooperate with the federal government. Shh. But we just passed a law restating the obvious. Okay. But are you telling me that if I decide that I'm going to break that law, that I'm going to be in trouble? Excuse me? Ridiculous in this current environment. Okay, so to stay in compliance with this new law, law enforcement officials in all 67 Florida counties will be required to enter into formal agreements with ICE. So you got to put it in writing. Ladies and gentlemen, put your name on the dotted line with ICE that you will do what you're supposed to do. Hey, guess what? There's a financial bonus. ICE will pay local governments $50 for holding the detainee up to an extra 2 days. There you go. A little extra cash for you. Hey, maybe instead of writing so many speeding tickets toward the end of the billing cycle, you might, just pick up some extra ICE detainees. Just saying. Leave me alone. News here says that a federal judge did block one portion of the new law, which required local law enforcement to assist ICE by driving people across state lines, but left the rest of the law intact. So, I know, no issue with that. I don't know why they were saying they needed to do that anyway. Like if ICE just barely makes it to they're running out of time. There's only a few minutes left. Hey, can you just meet us over by the Florida-Georgia line? Ooh, Florida-Georgia line. I know there are people out there right now going, Jen, what's the earworm for Wednesday? I don't wanna. The last time I did an earworm for this show, it got stuck in my head all day. And it really ruined my attitude. Nobody sent me any dedications. At least not that I could find. Having problems with the MeWe. Not happy about that. Okay, state of Missouri. I'm gonna go to a new state. There's another law in Florida that went into effect, and we'll go into that in a sec because that one's a lot of fun too. I'm very proud that there are states that are doing things like this. Also proud of the state of Missouri, my home state. They have executed a killer. That doesn't seem like a big deal. But this gentleman had some kind of rare medical condition that during the course of his execution, it could have made his death more gruesome. And that, in fact, would be unnecessarily cruel. And so they were fighting the execution. So this Russell Bucklew executed at state prison in Bonne Terre for killing a man during a 96 crime spree. Whoopsie. This is Missouri's first execution since January of 2017. What does that tell you? It doesn't tell you there aren't any murders in Missouri, because I can tell you right now, there's plenty. Poor white folk do bad things to everybody. But we've also had, leading up to this last election, 2016, 2018, building the momentum, we also had fairly liberal, they were acting very blue in that state. It was sad. It was sad to watch. Anyway, Bucklew had twice been within hours of execution, and then the U.S. Supreme Court stepped in, granted last-minute reprieve, over concerns that he might suffer during the execution. He has a condition called cavernous hemangioma. He gets blood-filled tumors in his head, neck, and throat. Now, I will say this. I have a family member who has this condition. It is unpleasant, especially when you're a woman. For anybody to have these blood-filled tumors popping up from the neck up. That's where it happens, from the neck up. Ugh. There's not enough TV makeup in the world. Anybody? Is everyone approving of my drag makeup? No, I do not do this because I watch videos on YouTube. I was taught by real drag queens before it was popular on YouTube. Thank you very much. But I just know if I did develop this condition that I could, in fact, do a better job at covering it than most people. So this poor guy breathes with the help, and I say that he's a murderer. He was in prison for a long time, but he was breathing with the help of a tube. And his attorneys, when they were seeking clemency, they were concerned that during execution a tumor in his throat could burst. And he would then choke and die painfully. And that would be a violation of our cruel and unusual statutes. So, the execution drug, also a concern that could make it worse. But apparently the High Court decided to go ahead and let this one move on through. They finally stepped out of the way. Now here's the part that bothers me. The fact that the Supreme Court got involved in all is an issue. With this, the state of Missouri should be allowed to do what it's going to do. This guy was convicted, tried and convicted. They're not blocking the death penalty on the basis of an incorrect conviction. The story being that this guy's girlfriend had broken up with him Valentine's Day, 1996, and then he just went berserko. And he harassed her, cut her with a knife, punched her in the face. So she moved to get away from him, and he stole a car, took some pistols, handcuffs, duct tape, and hilarity ensued. Okay. So this guy, he is now dead. I think that's the main point. That we've gone ahead and moved forward with the execution. The beautiful thing about science and technology, DNA, so on and so forth, while not exact, not precise, there are still boo-boos that can be made. We do have the ability to make sure when a jury or a judge decides that you are guilty of a crime that deserves you having your life taken, we can feel much more secure in the fact that we have the right person. So if that's the case, is there any need now for people to sit on death row for 20 years or 30 years? I don't agree with Bill that, they did it, they need to die. There are people that were convicted, like this fella, convicted in the 90s. If there were a possibility that it wasn't him, I wouldn't want to kill the wrong man. But nowadays, I don't see any reason for an extended stay in a state facility. So anyway, coming up, we're going to talk about more stuff and things here on That's What She Said with Jennifer Torres on Mojo 50.
That's What She Said.
Are you tired of high cable TV rates? Sign up for Dish today and get a $500 bonus offer while supplies last. Plus, lock in your price for 2 years guaranteed. Call All American Dish, your Dish authorized retailer now.
800-570-6630. 800-570-6630. That's 800-570-6630. Offers require credit qualification, 24-month commitment, early termination fee, and e-auto pay. Restrictions apply. Call for details.
The entrepreneurial spirit is to dream and to do. We are building America.
I'll give you 5 minutes on the air. Tell me what you love. Tell me about what you do. Tell me about your product, your services. I'm Jennifer Torres, and this is That's What She Said, 11 o'clock Eastern Time, Monday through Friday.
Building America.
Contact me, Jen at uncommontalkradio.com.
Mojo 50.
I love my entrepreneurs.
If you're trying to quit drinking or doing too many drugs, listen to me. You don't know me and we'll never meet. I had a problem like you once. I drank and used to party a little too much till it got out of control and almost ruined my life. I realized I needed help to fix my problem before it totally destroyed me. If you've tried to fix your drinking and drug problem and you know you can't do it alone, you need to call the National Treatment Advisors. They'll immerse you into a 30-day program to replace your old habits with new habits and totally change your life. And if you have PPO private health insurance, the entire program may be covered. Fix your problem right now before it gets any worse. Get clean. Call now and learn more. 800-296-1252. 800-296-1252. 800-296-1252. 800-296-1252.